Hi, my name is Catherine Young. I am a designer and artist, and my website is catherineyoungcreative.com. If you want to learn more about me, that's where to go. Throughout this video, you'll probably see my cats. I think you can just see one right now. They think they're the most important things in the whole world, so my fur babies will be in and out depending on how important they feel this video is to their lives. So, like I said, I'm a designer and an artist. I have been a graphic designer for over a decade now. I'm most well known for my redo of a Girls Life cover that went viral in 2016. I questioned Girls Life and the content they had on their cover. More of a questioning of the magazine and entertainment industry as a whole. I'll link things I'm talking about below as well, just so you know. And I've been blogging for years now, but I love to talk. I just do. It's how I communicate. I love talking to people. I love just digging in and learning about people, and I thought this might be a helpful way for people to learn and discuss things. Sometimes reading just isn't the greatest. Sometimes I just want to listen to a podcast, or I just want to listen to somebody talk at me. And so I was like, why not? Why not give it a try? So this is straight up low budget, people, but I really thought that this might be a fun new way to just connect with my audience and connect with people who read my blog. So anyways, today I think I'm just going to talk about a few things that I've been thinking about in the past week. I'll try to talk about things that are art related, maybe related to women's issues, things that I feel that I have a pretty good grasp on and I have a lot of knowledge around. If you check out my resume page, check out my press page, you'll see that I have some fairly good knowledge around marketing and social media and the interwebs and all those kinds of things. So, one thing I noticed this week is like all artists are like jumping on to Vero. Anyone else notice that? Anyone else see the Vero escape, the Vero movement? One thing that kind of is a downfall of Vero is I don't think they were ready for this capacity, for this volume to jump over. I don't think they have the capacity for it yet. So the site is crashing, it's glitchy, things aren't working. Sometimes you can't even get onto the site. But you know what? I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because Instagram failed when it first got big too. They weren't ready for to have the volume they had. Their capacity wasn't there. It's a typical issue with apps, so I'm not super worried about it yet, but it's really interesting how many creatives have gone onto it. Vero offers some really amazing features that creatives really have been looking for. Instagram turned into the app for the creatives. It really did. Artists can share their work, see other artists' work. Great way for artists to get free exposure, but with the new algorithms, the exposure is just tanking. It absolutely is tanking. And artists that I love, artists that I always like their work when I see it, I'm excited to see more of it. I don't see it in my feed anymore. Instagram has decided that I don't need to see that. And that's really disappointing because I find inspiration from other artists on Instagram. So this new Vero app is promising that it won't have an algorithm like that. Uh-oh, my cats are fighting now, see? Apparently they need to be the attention of the video.
This is awesome. Kitties, no. Kitties.
Told you anyways, they'll steal the show. And you know, Vero is saying that, hey, we will give you this option and we aren't going to do the dumb algorithm. It is going to be in chronological order. You're going to see everybody you follow. And that's awesome. That's what we want. We want to be able to see the artists we follow. It also has some settings that are kind of like your besties, your acquaintances, people you just follow. So it categorizes people a little closer to like Snapchat. So like you can send stuff to only certain people, which, I mean, I think it's a cool feature. I will probably utilize it, but I'm not as excited about that as the fact that the algorithm is different. One thing that I also noticed is super beneficial for artists is the fact that Vero is allowing links in your copy. So you don't have to always be like, link in profile. As on Instagram, you know, every post is like, link in profile, which is super annoying because if you want to drive people to different things from different photos, it always has to be the link that you have in your profile. So say if somebody finds an old photo of yours, something old, and you write link in profile, but the link in profile currently is not that old item, it can be confusing and it's just a pain in the ass. So I really like that they're allowing links in this new platform too. So really the linkability and the promise of the algorithm are just huge for me. The other two benefits that I thought were great was it's going to promise no advertising. The first 1 million people, they said, will have a lifetime membership for free. I think both those benefits are great. After 1 million people will be charged to use the app, which I think it's great. So first 1 million, all yours, and then after that, people have to pay, but hey, no ads, and we're all sick of getting spammed. So I thought that was awesome. Let's see. The next one I just wanted to talk about was creative blogs, creative podcasts, just spaces where you see a lot of creatives kind of getting together and doing things, and the lack of women representation there, especially in leadership roles and invisible roles. And it just really bothers me, especially like the trendy new conferences, all those really cool art shows that are like pop culture related, lettering, graphic design, illustration. Where are the ladies at? Where are they at? Because there's like one token lady in the conference of 30 speakers. You know, I was super excited recently. An artist that I follow, love their style, started a podcast. Great. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what they're doing. 20 some episodes in, there's like one woman interviewed. I mean, there are more women in the art field than that. There really are. In fact, statistically, I'm pretty sure we make up the majority of the art field. So that really has been getting to me lately. I have just been getting so frustrated at the lack of seeing women out there. And kind of on the similar note, but a different topic, I'm also frustrated for the women out there who are giving up their power when they are in the limelight. As women, we have either been taught or it is in our natural disposition to give up our power. So say we're talking about something we did and it's really great, and we say something like, oh, it was nothing. Really? It was nothing? You did this amazing thing, it was nothing? You'd be like, oh, it was nothing. Oh, it wasn't that hard. Oh, yes. Oh, I was just lucky. Da da da. If a man answered a question about something amazing he did, he would drill down into how freaking hard he worked on that and how he deserved every moment of it. And you know, whenever I see women on podcasts with other men, they're teased by the men more than the men get teased. They're talked over more than the men on the other podcasts. And one really disappointing trend is I've seen a lot of women on podcasts doing podcasts while they're drunk, especially in the creative community. You don't have to be smashed and flirty to be an authority figure in the arts as a woman. You do not. Debbie Millman is not drunk during her podcast, and she's exceptional, and she's funny, and she's witty, and she's amazing to listen to. I just want women to think about that and be more mindful of that, and I want men to be more mindful of that too, because, you know, don't tease the woman. Make sure she doesn't give up her power. Drill into her answers. If you're interviewing a woman on a podcast, please, for the love of God, make sure that she owns the credit for whatever amazing thing she's done. It's just something I've noticed recently, and it's just, anyways, just kind of something I'm frustrated about lately. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then the last thing I just kind of wanted to touch on, which I might write a whole blog post on this, not sure, but it kind of goes along with like the fake news, kind of goes along with that. But coming up is another march, coming up in March 24th. It's the one against gun violence and guns in our schools, and it's gonna be great. The Women's March is helping organize this across the country yet again. But one thing I want people to be mindful of is when you see those like t-shirts, those posters for sale, all those ads that pop up in Facebook and Instagram supporting this cause, it has to have a blue check mark to actually be from the Women's March or any of these different causes that you actually support. Be mindful of that. Do not like the posts, even if you like the shirt, if it does not have a blue check mark. Do not comment on the post. Do not tag your friend on the post. Do not share the post. These are scammy t-shirt companies, other scammy companies that are just making money off people's passion and the movement. Make sure your money and your dollars go for what you really support. It's as simple as a blue check mark. So if it's not really, and I mean, it looks just like Women's March. It has the Women's March name. The logo looks exactly right. But like, it'll say like something like Women's March or something, or the Women's March. I mean, it'll just be slightly off. So just make sure before, you tag, before you're giving this post virality, and especially before you spend any money, make sure it is merchandise from the causes you actually want to support. And earlier in the video I was talking about Facebook and Instagram algorithms. Well, right there, I mean, they still haven't figured out how to get spammy t-shirts out of our feed. They still haven't figured that out. So it's amazing that they're even trying to get more fake news out, because I still get shirts that say stuff like, born in 1984, Scorpio named Catherine is not a girl you should mess with. Like, people go that specific with a shirt for me and try to get me to buy it. And unfortunately, so many people out there don't realize it's a type of scam, that they're trying to get you to spend money, or it says, like, for me, it says, Catherine loves Aerosmith. Aerosmith's one of my favorite bands. But the shirt's not made by Aerosmith. So if I were to give money for the shirt, I'm not supporting the band I love. I'm supporting some scammy shirt company. So just make sure when you go to support things, just check for the blue check mark, and don't like or share or comment, even if you think the design's great, because you're helping people get ripped off because they believe in something, and that's just not where you want your dollars to be spent. Gosh, I think that's all I have for today. Are the cats fighting right? Oh, there's one right there. They're not fighting or anything again. That's all I have for today. I would love to hear your comments down below. I am also going to post this on my blog. I would like to make this a regular thing. I would like to just talk about my thoughts and hear what people want to say, hear what other people think. I hope to get another one of these out before the march on March 24th, but if not, ladies, own your power. Get out there, do that march. Men, stand beside them. And yeah, that's it. Hey, thanks for watching.